My name is Tirzah Lemire, and I am 19 years old. As many of you may know, I had the privilege of growing up within the H2O college ministry due to my parents leading many BGs. And I hope that I can share my story here with you today. I accepted Christ into my life at a young age, but I'll be honest, it wasn't always easy living out my faith. To be completely honest, I didn't really want to give my testimony tonight because I've never been much of a public speaker. And to be really honest, I didn't think that I had anything meaningful to say to you all. But after talking to my dad and asking for some much needed advice, he told me that I should share. He told me that many people have the same feeling that I do, that their testimony isn't meaningful enough and that their lives weren't hard enough to have a testimony. But the simple fact is, that's not true. Your story is valuable no matter what you've gone through, and I've realized that my story matters too. And I hope that I can encourage someone here today. I found it really funny when Carl talked about the story of Jonah last week, because I relate a lot to Jonah. But not in the good way, but in the, I don't really want to do what God says, so I'm going to do my own thing. And I was much like that growing up. I was very determined to do things my own way. My parents would always ask me to please just learn from my siblings' mistakes, but I was determined to do everything the most difficult way I knew how. This made it really hard for me to connect with people because I wasn't fully surrendering to what God had in store for me. This rebellion, this resistance to God's plan, really strained on my relationships, and I often found myself with conflict with friends and family around me. But looking back now, I realized that those struggles didn't mean that God wasn't with me. It just meant that I wasn't leaning into His will. One thing I've always had, though, through every high and low, is Jesus. He has been a great constant in my life, even when I didn't fully recognize it. And through everything, He has been faithful to me. I'm not saying that everything in my life is perfect now, just because I have Jesus at the center of it. Because the truth is, this world is broken, and I still have struggles. I can't imagine facing those struggles, though, without Jesus by my side. I can stand here and tell you today that I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm a long way from where I was. God has been working in my life, slowly shaping me, teaching me, and showing me that His plans are so much better than my own. If you're here today and you feel like your testimony doesn't measure up because you haven't been through the same hardship to have a story to share, I want to encourage you to think again. God uses all of us, no matter where we've been or how perfect our lives might look. And even in the smallest moments, God can use you to impact others. I know He's still writing my story, and I trust that He's writing yours too. Thank you for listening to mine, and I, for one, am so excited to see what God continues to do in all of our lives. He's not done with us yet. Thank you.